You know, your problem is you need to learn to say no. You never say no. You gotta learn to say no. No, seriously guys, chances are I'm thinking you know how to say no in Spanish, and in case you don't, it's just simply no. N-O. You know, somebody asks a question, ¿Quieres una soda? And you say no. However, I'm betting you don't know how to say no in certain contexts. With certain phrases, with certain word groupings, the way we say no in a certain phrase in English. For example, no kidding, no smoking, no way. Those kinds of phrases that we say all the time in English, guess what, ladies and gentlemen, in Spanish, you cannot always use the word no. Not with those groupings, not with those phrases. There are other ways that you have to capture that concept of no in Spanish with those kinds of phrases. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the kinds of things that are never taught. This kind of way of saying no with certain phrases in Spanish, I never learned it in school growing up. I learned it through experience and I learned it through certain books. It's safe to say it doesn't really get taught in classrooms. I've never seen or heard it taught in a classroom. Well, until today, right here in Senor Arroz's classroom. So, ready to learn about this? Here we go. Being able to say no with certain word groupings, certain phrases in Spanish. Here come a few examples, starting with, hey, look, no hands. Yeah, it's that kid phrase, that kid statement when you're showing off, riding a bike or doing something without hands. You don't use the word no. When you want to say, hey, look, no hands, you wouldn't say no, you would say, mira, sin manos. Good example, guys, of a time where you just can't transfer no over from one language to the other. The translation just simply isn't the same. Look, no hands would not incorporate any no. It would just be mira, sin manos. From time to time, we all say, no way. Yeah, man, no way. To say no way in Spanish, the equivalent would be ni hablar. Or I guess you could say, de eso nada. To say no smoking. Yes, a phrase you're probably more likely to see like on a sign, some kind of announcement. No smoking would be prohibido fumar. Or I suppose you could say no fumar. Obviously that would be incorporating the no in there, but I could swear I see the first phrase, prohibido fumar, I see that phrase more often. No smoking, prohibido fumar. No kidding. Hey, we all say that from time to time, right? No kidding would be, en serio? It's the concept of saying, seriously? Are you being serious? But you can see it doesn't have the no. Once again, guys, no kidding would be, en serio? So, ladies and gentlemen, those have been just a few little examples of classic, like, no phrases that we like to say in English, but don't necessarily translate over into Spanish with the no, or require some kind of alteration, there's some kind of difference in the translation that I think is worth a few minutes of your time. One that, this is something I would consider one of those forgotten lessons, or at least very seldom taught until today. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you've heard, please hit the thumbs up, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Please share the video. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, gracias por escuchar, gracias por mirar. He dicho.